Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin, part 2 of Ueno watch shopping. If you haven't seen part 1, some of that footage and the insight comes from that. Link in the description. First up, the Japanese domestic market only limited run chronograph. Link in the description to a video detailing that. Check out the premium for this watch compared to this one. This is a regular 6-digit chronograph. Different colored accents, and of course, quite a bit cheaper. And this is steel versus the JDM chronograph, which is two-tone. A ceramic GMT Master 2 Pepsi. You can see the price is well over 20,000 USD. Sales tax is included in that price. So if you're a tourist, you'd get 10% off. Tourists don't have to pay the 10% sales tax here. Now, what keeps a local from taking a tourist shopping with them, getting the tourist to make the purchase so the local can save 10% on sales tax? Well, technically nothing, but it is illegal. You can't use the item in Japan and you have to take it out of the country within 6 months. A GMT 1675, this model was made from 59 until 1980. Now, up until 65, they had gloss dials, but this is a matte dial, so this would mark it as a 1965 or later. Up until the late 60s, the 24-hour hand had the small triangles, so this would probably be a 1970s version or later. Here's a Tudor chronograph with the date. Now, some of these Tudor chronographs, instead of having the tachometer on the bezel, have a rotating poor man's GMT. Now, that's great because you've got the rotating bezel, you've got the poor man's GMT, you got your GMT function, you got your date, you got your chronograph, multi-function watch. What a great daily wear. The Submariner 5513 came out in early 1960s. This is listed as a 1978, and it looks to be the second to last version of the 5513, which started in early 1970s, and you can tell that from the minute marks, which stretch into the dial. The version after this was known as the maxi dial because the lume plots were bigger. Back to modern. All right, this is going to be a neo-vintage piece before long. I think 2021 is the year of the Explorer 2. You can see the white dialed Explorer 2 42mm fetches a little bit of a premium, but if you love this style, you might want to pick it up because they're going to be changing this almost certainly this year. You could view this as a transition piece of sorts, the first of the 39mm Explorers, and it's got the shorter minute hand and the all-white gold 369 indices. Right next to it, a couple versions of its predecessor, the 36mm Explorer with the loomed 369 indices, and probably the same size minute hand. The older they are, the cheaper they are. You had a D, a Z. This is a P from 2000. Now, this would either be an awesome thing to do to your Rolex or totally cringy. Honestly, I can't decide which. On the left, a 36mm case back. On the right, a 40mm case back. It says it's designed for a Daytona, but I think you could put it in any 40mm. And you're looking at the 41mm Oyster Perpetual with the bright blue dial. Not bad, not keen on the size, but to its right, man, that's beautiful. Bright blue? What are you thinking, Rolex? This looks like deep blue to me, and I gotta say, it is gorgeous. If I stumbled upon this piece at an AD, I'd have to get it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Really not much of a premium on it, but check out to the left. Can you see the premium there? These are 41mm versions, and the brighter the color, the more expensive it is. And hey, check out the most expensive. It's that red coral. Now, the premiums on these are pretty crazy. I guess the public has spoken. They like the bright colors. I like the 36mm yellow, I gotta be honest. But look at the price drop on that. That's just not as fun. But long term, I think it's much more wearable. A Batman and a Pepsi girl. The Pepsi's where the money is. I don't know how this footage wound up in here. I don't know who shot it. I don't know what this thing is. I'm a reasonable man, but I had to fire the entire editing team here at Watch Symposium. Okay, I do apologize. We have standards here. We're back to the good stuff. You can rest assured. This is a Rorax date adjust. It's a quartz piece. It's a sister brand. It sits midway between Tudor and Rolex. And you can see this actually should be in dollars, and I think they've forgotten a few zeros. First video of 2021. Happy New Year's, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what pieces you liked. Give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you like. You know, the Wilsdorf watches, Rolex and Tudor and Rorax and all of them. Take care. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you next time.